It's been a while since I uploaded, and I thought about what video I could do to kind of come back to YouTube, because I do want to make videos again. And I was thinking to myself, and I was like, what is one thing that I am passionate about and I talk a lot about and I educate people about? And then I realised it's my gender and who I am and who I identify as and the community that I am a part of. So I thought, fuck it, let me make a video about, you know, trans things and what I hate about being a trans person and what people can do to help in certain ways. And also, you know, talk about my personal experiences. Yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to kind of sit down and talk about my personal experiences and what I hate about being trans, because there are a fucking lot of things. But this is called a binder. I'm currently not wearing anything underneath this jumper. You know, that in itself is a lot of issues because I'm putting this on YouTube. So just know that if I'm really uncomfortable, it's because I'm not wearing this. But this basically just constricts my chest and makes me look like I have a flat chest because I'm obviously not blessed with one of those. And, you know, to get one of those, it's surgery, which is either a fucking long-ass waiting list for the NHS or $6 grand-ish privately. So fuck that, because I'm broke. So yeah, I wear this every single day. Doctors say to wear it for about 8 hours a day, taking breaks regularly. My longest time wearing it is probably about 49 hours, and then it was actually forced off me by a ex-boyfriend, so that was fun. It put me in a really bad state when I first got it because it was something that I could lean and depend on constantly, and I didn't really think about the risks. I was just like, I was so wanting, like, I literally had wanted a flat chest for so long, and then when I finally got something that would help me have that and like achieve that look, I kind of abused it. And I like think about it now, I'm like, fuck me, like I'm surprised I didn't end up in hospital and die, but or like cause serious issues to myself. But now I'm thinking about it, it's good for me to talk about it. And I feel like if I talk about it and someone else is experiencing, you know, that same like overwhelming feeling of I have to wear it all the time, like I can't take it off because I don't want to take it off, or like I physically can't take it off, I want you to know that you can, and it's easy. You just take breaks. And I know it's going to feel uncomfortable when the first couple of months that you finally get something, but learn from my mistakes, and it's not worth putting yourself in pain. And when I spoke to my friend who went to the gender identity clinic, they basically said that in the long run, if you constantly wear your binder and you don't take breaks and you abuse it like I did a couple of years ago, you can actually risk your chances of having types of surgery when you get your chest done, because your tissue will just be fucked because you're wearing a binder. Kind of cute. I mean, you can get it in different colours. The website I actually got this one is going to be linked in the description because I can't actually remember what it's called. They're from America. They take a long time to get here. They're very expensive. They are worth it. They last long, and they're in different colours. I got grey because I don't really give a shit. However, there are now nude colours that fit all skin tones. There's green, there's purple, there's black, and there's grey. And then some other websites probably have white, because I do know that a couple of my friends have white binders. With binding, there is a big issue with people buying it from Amazon. Do not ever, if you ever need help, or your friend who is trans need help binding, please come to me. Please, let's talk about it, because you can get things off Amazon that will genuinely put you in hospital the first time you wear it. It's not safe. Always do it from a trans-friendly website. If you have no idea what the fuck that means, you can go on forums, on social media, or you can just come and ask me about things, because I want you guys to be safe and I want you guys to know that there are things out there like cosplay outfits that are cosplay binders. They are so dangerous and they could kill you. So if you could take care of your health, because you are valid and important. But yeah, with binders, there's also stuff for the bottom half of you if you feel dysphoric there. They're called packers. There are different types of packers. There are so many, and if you look on websites, all you will see is a floppy piece of plastic that looks like a realistic dick. They help with the dysphoria that you feel with your genitals. I don't really know how to explain it. I feel a lot of dysphoria there. I've never really had the time or money to get a packer, but as of recording this, my boyfriend Ryan, who I talk about a lot on Twitter, decided that he was going to take it upon himself to get me a dick, which I'm very grateful for. It's very hard for me to kind of accept gifts when it comes to my medical transition, or anything to do with me being trans in general, because I had a vision when I finally came out that I would do it all by myself, I'd do it independently, a couple years down the line, and I'm still nowhere where I want to be. And to kind of experience people, you know, just easily being like, oh, I can get you that, is just like a bit, not annoying, but it's kind of upsetting, because I wanted to do it myself and I feel a bit jealous that people have like the opportunity to, you know, help people in a way that, you know, they might not think would be helpful. You know, my boyfriend decided that he was gonna say it randomly and basically be like, well, if that makes you comfortable, then you get one, or I'll get you one. And I was there like, oh, well, okay, like, can we go halves? Like, what's going on? Because I've always had the vision of like me doing my medical transition by myself. Clearly that's not gonna happen. So I kind of have to accept that, and that's kind of hard for me to do, because I felt like I've been on my own for this whole journey, for the whole time that I've been on the journey. Like, I feel like I've been alone for the whole time that I've been on this journey. So to have someone so supportive come back into, like, not come back into my life, come into my life for the first time and basically be like, yeah, I'm down, like, anything you need, anything that makes you feel comfortable, like, I'll get you, like, I'll support you. And to have that is kind of overwhelming. So I kind of just tell him to fuck off all the time. But he knows I love him, really. But yeah, there are different types of packers. You guys can research if you really want to. There are packers that, you know, don't really do anything other than create a bulge. There are packers that you can pee out of. There are packers that you can have sex with, which also can be called a dildo at this point. But yeah, there are a lot of packers. Personally, I wouldn't have sex. Like, I'm a bottom, so I don't need a packer that I can penetrate people with. So I literally just need one that either I can pee out of, or I can fucking, you know, just have it there and think, oh fuck, I've got a bulge till top surgery, and that's going to be helpful. So yeah, it's kind of hard. And I hope this is educational to some of you, because, like, fuck me, like, this is boring to talk about. I hate talking about my transit, like, not my transition, but like everything that involves being trans, because people just kind of zone out and they're like, oh, I didn't know how much effort this is. And I'm just like, yeah, it's a lot of fucking effort. Like, people do misgender me quite a lot. It's kind of funny because a lot of my friends do it without realizing. They'll call me Luke in a sentence and then use the same, like, within the same sentence, say she. I've caught many of my friends doing it. At first I didn't really want to correct them. I don't know whether that was because my brain was like, oh, you get it like a lot anyway, so it doesn't really matter if your friends are doing it. And then I came to the conclusion that, you know, it was hurtful and it was not ruining our friendship, but it was certainly putting like a strain on it, because I felt like I couldn't trust them with a lot of things, or like they would just take the piss. Or like if I told them, they would just tell me to shut up. So there was a lot of like inside hate that kind of made me snap one day, and I did tweet about it, and basically said, yo, like, I will just call you out for your bullshit now, like I'm done with it. Which is fair play to me because it's been 3 years and I'm still getting misgendered. So shit like that hurts, especially if it's over a long period of time. So I did come out and was like, yo, you know, anyone who does it, like, educate yourself, like, think before you speak. Like, I know that I do sound quite feminine, but unfortunately, you know, I can't really do much about that right now. And, you know, you reminding me by misgendering me and calling me Luke and then saying she in the same sentence isn't helping, and it will never help. And the fact that I have to correct you and you don't correct yourself, like, you seem like that sentence is normal, pisses me off and it upsets me, because as someone who has always said to every single person that they meet, they're like, oh hey, I'm Luke, I'm transgender, just so you don't get like confused and think that I'm a butch lesbian, you know, it just upsets me because everyone knows I'm transgender. So why is it so hard for people to call me Luke and he in the same sentence when it's, you know, so easy for them to call me Luke and she in the same sentence? Like, Luke and she in the same sentence do not make sense. Like, it does not make sense in any way, shape or form. So I was just a bit confused, but my friends have kind of stopped that now, and if my friends do it, they now correct themselves, whereas I just used to sit silently, lol. But yeah, well, yeah, that's kind of all I want to talk about today. So if you have any questions, you can leave them in the description, or you could tweet me, or you could DM me on Twitter, or you could Snapchat me, or you could just tell me to do another video and give me topics that you guys want me to talk about, because that's fun.